Howdy folks, Jason here with Melanchthon Creek Farm. It's been a minute, as the kids would say, which I don't know, kids still say that, they probably don't. I wanted to give you a tour of my jungle here. Here we are in about 2 weeks into August, and well, I mean, the beans are still producing and the green bean trestle is still full. So we've had quite a bit of things going on outside of the garden that has taken a lot of my time up, and just ain't really had an opportunity to come out here and do a video. We've been steady picking the garden. You can see how tall the okra's done got. This in here, you know, I'm about 6 foot, so you know, it's well, which, you know, it's raised beds about 10 inches or so, so it's still getting up over 6 foot. But we pick about a half a bushel basket of okra every other day. I don't try to get out here every day to pick it, but about every other day we get a half a bushel. So we've been eating fried and grilled and sauteed and air fried and all kinds of different ways. I'm gonna start pickling some, so that's what hopefully we're gonna get off of these today, and do some pickling this weekend. So let me turn you around here and I'll take you for a visit and let you see how things are growing here in the jungle. So down this side, you can see most of our corn is just about done. We got a few ears in there that we might get some pickings on. That in there is probably about ready. And then we got, I think, one right there is probably ready. But you can see where these green beans has run over from this trestle and started climbing up the corn stalk here, and it's just got her bent over. But you can see how much these rattlesnakes, I got another probably bushel basket of rattlesnakes to pick, which will be fine, because I'm wanting to put up about 12 more jars, and that'll give me 52 jars, and that's about one per week till the next year. But yeah, you can see some of these probably are a little tough. Not sure, we'll have to go through them as we're snapping them. We'll see. Started doing some this burpless cucumbers here, and we've got a few off, but it just ain't doing real well right here on this end. This is really the only spot I had. This is kind of the north end of the garden, and the sun comes up right over yonder, so it gets a lot of the morning sun and then now the afternoon sun. But bugs has got in it too, so we're getting a few off here and there. And these bush beans, they're still putting out, these blue lakes. So I mean, I got a little mess of picking right in here to get. So, you know, we're gonna have us a meal of them here probably this weekend. But take you on around here. This is that holy basil. I tell you what, you talking about something smells good. That's a good addition to the garden. A lot of pollinators use those flowers, and good companion plants for a lot of your vegetables. But yeah, a lot of this corn, we're gonna probably let most of these dry on the stalk. Might do some seed saving with these. And our flowers down here on the end, they're still doing their flower thing. I tell you what, I'm really tickled with that pollinator mix that we used here. Next year I'll probably use the same thing, but I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna sift out all of them sunflowers. That way I can kind of spread them out a little bit instead of them all piling up in one area. But yeah, you can see how much green beans are still on these plants. So we got a good mess to pick here. You can see here, folks, these okras. This is that crimson spineless, and that's just about too big, but that's just about right. So kind of in between that and that, but that'll eat just fine. That's a good pickling size right there for your quart jars. So we're gonna start cutting probably a bunch of these off today, and I wanted to show you how I pick my okra. This is how I was taught to do it, and I know other folks do this as well, but anytime I cut an okra off, I cut that stalk off right next to it, because that stalk ain't doing nothing but taking energy out of that plant instead of producing more okra. So every time I come in, I'll cut that stalk off right there where I cut that okra off. That there's a little too small. We're gonna have to let that one go. But these over here, them's good. Just about come out here every day and pick. Some of these are getting a little bit big, but I try to wait till I got a pretty good mess when I come to pick. Another thing, clipping them branches off kind of helps thin things out a little bit, so you can see a little bit better when you're going to cut too. You gotta pick these things. That's a little small. That'd be all right. That'd be good for pickling. Whew. Tell you what, it is hot. I guess that's gonna do it. You always got one that's gonna hide on you somewhere. I think I got them. See how my watermelons are doing? We've got a couple here that's just gonna probably rotting on the vine there. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna have 7 or 8 at least more to pick before they're done. We've already got let's see how many we get the other week. I picked 5 this week, and I think I picked probably about 4 or 5 more. So we've had 10. I like these sugar babies. They real sweet, taste really good, really red. So you got our pumpkins growing there, but I'm telling you what, these squash bugs have been something else this year. They have just decimated every succession planting I've done of my zucchini and my squash. I mean, I've got a dill plant sitting here, and it's just collapsed right over into the squash plant there, and I got little nymph squash bugs everywhere. Look at there, and they've just overrun this year. It's been something fierce this year. So we're gonna wait probably another few weeks, and then we'll do one more succession planting of squash and zucchini. That way we can get one more picking in before the frost hits us here in middle October. Our cantaloupes have done really well this year. We've gotten quite a few off. That one right there is probably ready. It's a little bit on the smaller size, but let's take a look at that one. We're gonna give her a little tug here. Let's see, it's a little small. It might not make, let's see. It feels like it's still attached pretty good. So, oh, nope, it just popped right off. See there? I mean, I just barely pulled on it. Give her a little sniff test. It smells like cantaloupe, smell like sweet cantaloupe. So if nothing else, folks, like I said, these flowers have really done real well this year. These that I planted in our beds here, these are Cracker Jack marigolds. These are zinnias. Some different type of zinnias there. No, wait, that's African marigold, excuse me. Those are Cracker Jack marigolds, African marigolds. These are, I think, like a narrow leaf zinnias. And then all of these over here is cosmos. Now I did plant the cosmos because I didn't have any seed saved on them, and I wanted to do some seed saving. And you can see here, this is the seeds where they've dried out. All of these are seeds. So we're gonna come through and save some of those. But anyway, here in this bed, we've got some of our peppers mixed in with a lot of our native grasses and flowers. They've kind of really just taken over. That is jalapeno right there. You can see one right in there. And then we've got another one over here on this side that's doing pretty good. This is our Shishitos. We didn't go overboard with a lot of our peppers this year, but those are ready to pick. All of our tomatoes, I was kind of on the fence, no pun intended, about using this cattle panel trellis that we use for our green beans for the tomatoes. I did get a garden tying tool. I was going to do a review on that, but my phone ran out of space. That's another reason I hadn't videoed much. This old iPhone that I record on, I think it's a 14. It's I think it's 128 gig. I don't even think you can buy a 128 gig iPhone anymore. But I had to got us a new computer, so hopefully we'll be able to do some more recording. And I free some space up on my phone here. But these are the German Johnsons. Really impressed by them this year after the frost got them. If you can remember where they had died way back, and I cut it back almost down to the graft union. These are grafted, and right off the top of my head, I can't remember the scion that was used, but it's supposed to. It's the first time we planted any grafted tomatoes, and I wanted to give them a try, and they've really impressed me this year. But these are the German Johnsons, and the rest of these are the sauce tomatoes that we grow, the San Marzanos, and just not sure if we're going to be able to get enough in at one time to do our spaghetti sauces this year. You can see I've got quite a bit I can pick there, but they're so small, you really need a good mess of them to start your sauces with. So if nothing else, I may use them and just make some salsa with them. Our friends over at the Rambling Gardeners, Stan and Rhonda, have a really good recipe that I want to try for salsa. And over here on the very end of the bed, this is our Marconi Rossi peppers. So they're just about ready. And that'll about do it for the garden tour, folks. Folks, I wanted to let you know how our garden was doing here in August. And you can see it's overgrown with weeds and grasses, stink bugs. They've been awful this year, I tell you what. And you know, it's all we're doing just to try to keep up with harvesting the crops that we have. Just don't have a whole lot of extra time on our hands. You know, with I work a full-time job as well. Had a lot of demands there, so doing what we can when we can. And I know a lot of you folks out there are in the same boat. So just showing you what ours looks like. You know, this ain't no cover of Southern Living magazine garden. You know, so just bringing it to you like it is. But I appreciate you joining us here on this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.